First clutch time game for you guys this season. You're down by 8 with less than 2 minutes to go, and had a chance to tie it at the end. What was working for you guys down those final 2 minutes to put yourself in that position?
Yeah, obviously we'd like to clean up some of our mistakes that put us in that position to be down in the first place. No game's going to be perfect. The other team's going to make runs. At the end of the day, we got to try and respond. And in that time, I feel like we did a good job in that last 2 minutes to give ourselves a chance at the end of the game. And obviously the last shot didn't go down, and credit to them for coming away with the win.
A couple weeks ago when you all were here, this Denver team played a much different tempo than they did tonight. It seemed like they tried to play really, really fast. What's that like, adjusting to a team making such a drastic change in their play style?
We don't like to go into games adjusting to other teams. We like to go into games, with an identity of, what we want to do, and kind of make the game mold around us rather than molding around the game, if that makes any sense. And I feel like tonight we could have been better at that. We had good spurts, we had bad spurts, things we got to clean up, and, we're going to do that.
How good was the Thunder, not the Thunder, but the Nuggets defense tonight on you guys?
They did a really good job of throwing different looks at us, mixing it up, messing with our rhythm, making sure that we weren't just kind of walking into something familiar every time down. They're trying to mix it up with different zone coverages, man coverages, different matchups, and really just kind of keep us on our toes.
Small thing, but Isaiah Joe, I think, had 4 offensive rebounds tonight. When the lightest guy on the floor is throwing his body around like that, what's that like for the group?
Yeah, obviously it showed up tonight in the score sheet paper, whatever it is. But it doesn't always do that. He's always out there putting his body on the line, whether it's putting his chest on people when they're driving, topside tagging, crashing for those old boards. Whatever he has to do to go out there and try and help us win, he's going to do that. And, I feel like we have a roster full of guys like that, and he's no different.
Anybody else?
Yep.
Thank you.
Kind of varying experiences. First clutch time game of the season. You guys put yourself in a position to tie it down the stretch. What did you see during those last 5 minutes there in the group?
I thought our situational stuff late was good. We gave ourselves a chance, obviously, down 2 with the ball. I thought we had great awareness in some of the situations. I thought, obviously, you just didn't have our fastball, especially on the defensive end of the floor, in a game that, we had pretty good control of. So credit them. They played 48 minutes. Denver did, and they were 2 points better tonight.
What did you see from them, particularly in that third quarter stretch where things started to open up?
Yeah, I thought we just got a little loose. They got it going. Credit them. They played fast, and they were racing the ball down the floor. I thought we got a little loose in transition. I thought we just drifted a little bit from what we need to do in order to be able to control a game on the road. That's a 48-minute game with a lot of ups and downs. So things we can learn from, but obviously not our best performance.
What did you see from J-Dub tonight? Just his all-around performance. He seems just kind of be all over the place.
Yeah, he was really good. He had a really good game. I thought he had a nice blend offensively of attacking, shooting, moving it. And then defensively, he always helps with his size, his motor, his stuff on the perimeter and at the rim. His versatility shows up in a game like that.
Do you think Denver's defense had an impact with Shea? They were on him pretty much all night, double teamed sometimes. He ended up with 8 turnovers.
Yeah, credit them. They played really well. They played really hard. But I just thought, they exposed us to a lot of different attacks that we're going to need a lot this season. They zoned us a lot in the first half. It took us a minute to solve that puzzle, and then we got it going pretty good at the end of the first half against their zone. And then they were doubling, which is stuff we've seen in the past and stuff we're going to continue to see. So some of that's our attacks. We need to be in the right spots behind that. And some of that's, getting the ball out of there. But, again, stuff we can learn from.
Wanted a better outcome, but this is a type of test I think you guys can take advantage of.
Yeah, that's a really good team on the road, hungry team. They're down a couple guys. We've beaten them a couple times now. So you could tell they were hungry for that game, and they played like it, for 48 minutes, so they deserve to win.
Mark, you mentioned you've obviously played this team a bunch the last couple of years, but is tonight just a different kind of challenge? Just the amount of young guys that are playing, no Gordon, no Murray, just seeing a lot of Straw there, a lot of Watson, a lot of Brown. Was it a different challenge for you guys?
Those guys gave great minutes. You know, they played really well for Denver, so credit them. I mean, the challenge is always the same against Denver with Jokic. You know, he's the hub of everything, and you know, typically our execution is pretty good against him. And I thought tonight, between his stuff on the post-ups and then Westbrook in transition, you know, that was really a huge factor in the game on the defensive end.